Oh, my goodness. What music is that? Echoes. Oh, that's super chill. Oh, we got so much chill. The chill is real. The chill is real. We are back. Please go ahead. Hello. Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? How are you doing on this awesome Sunday? This has been an incredible weekend so far. I've had so much fun personally, and I know everybody else has been having a blast on each block. I got the hi, legendary. How are you doing? Just so you know, Legendary Bacon is hosting his own GMH sixth annual charity fundraiser, December 20th through the 22nd, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But thank you, everybody, so much for being here for our end of the year gala here at Guardians Mental Health. 2025 has flown right by, and it has been just an incredible, incredible year. We cannot thank everybody enough for all of their support and allowing us to really go above and beyond in 2025. We've released the new programs, we've released new kits, we've fulfilled thousands and thousands of kits thanks to our friends over at Bungie Studios and others, and everybody who has helped support Guardians Mental Health throughout the year. Our This has been our year of impact. It has been extremely rewarding just seeing everybody utilizing tools and resources and programs and everything at no cost to them. It's 100% free for them. We don't have any financial barriers whatsoever for people to overcome to gain access to them. We want people to have access to these tools and resources. And I feel it really sets us above others out there who charge an arm and a leg for these things to gain access to meaningful tools and resources and programs and things. Everybody's got their hands out these days, not GMH. Because of your support, you enable us to make sure that all those tools, programs, and resources are 100% free all the time for people. And just to give you an idea, let me just bear with me for a second because I want to show you the impact that we've had with our RTS bot and library system. So currently, right now, we have 493,711 users worldwide utilizing the resources and tool of our RTS bot and library system. That's across Twitch, Discord, any web browsers, and our own GMH app. And that's all thanks to you. So thank you very much. We are just about to hit 500,000 daily users on that. That is huge. Absolutely huge. Epic, epic. Got to get the cheers. Okay. So, without further ado, unfortunately, our next block was going to be Luminous Wolf, and he is stuck in a snowstorm right now, which is a super shame. But I guess you're stuck with me. Okay, it's all fun and games until somebody starts making corny dad jokes. But no, thank you so much for being here with us. I got some fun stuff planned. I put out a Twitter poll a little bit ago just to see what everybody wanted to see, what we wanted to do for this block. So the poll was between Mindful Painting, Destiny 2, Fortnite. No one gave any love to Fortnite, just saying. Or me talking for 2 hours. Surprisingly, me talking for 2 hours ranked higher than Fortnite, which is a bit disturbing. In case you don't know what I do or who I am, my name is Joe. I am the executive director of Guardians Mental Health here. I'm also one of the founding members. With me is Dr. Williams, aka Dr. Goku. You all might know him. Yeah, the poll is out there. Now, the poll, going back to that, the poll has Destiny 2 winning. You would have, of course, you freaking would have. And you know what? I would have been able to do that without even blinking an eye, just so you know. We would have talked about everything. I would have talked about moss growing on trees. There it is right there. December 20th and the 21st is their 6th annual charity stream. Second year with GMH and many more to come. Thank you so much for all of your support. And I cannot wait to tune in for that. It's going to be so much fun. Can't wait. So the poll, going back to the poll actually won with Destiny 2 with 7 votes. But I'm going to let you decide, chat. You're the ones here. You're the ones tuning in. You're watching. You're chilling out with us. I want you to decide right now what we're going to do. Okay? So we're going to put a poll out. So I'm going to create a poll. What are we going to do? We're going to do Destiny 2. And we're going to set it for 3 minutes. So go ahead and take a look at that. You'll see the poll is up right now, right above the chat right there. Just over to this side, that side, up there. You're going to see that it's up there. So go ahead and vote. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. And just so you know, I had a few things already set up for us to do this. Okay, so let me get rid of my full cam. I have my setup all ready to go. All ready to go. See, I was painting this guy last night while watching. I've never painted one of these Warhammer Death Guards. So they're like really gross and everything. And I just started him last night. Oh, silly ads. All right, we'll wait for the ads. Let me know when the ad passes. You're painting right now too. Oh my God. We're like twins. This is going to be so awesome. Okay, so we had a few different things that we could paint. In fact, let me grab those right now. So, I got a bunch of things that we can paint. I primed a bunch of stuff, and we can go ahead and just start painting right now if you want. So one thing we have is this beholder. He's real spiky. I like painting beholders almost as much as mimics. He's pretty cool looking, right? Then we have whatever this creature is. I don't even know what that is. It's like a spider creature. And then we have this little dwarf or goblin guy. And then we have some mechs and stuff. We have robots, because I don't paint robots very often. So, but we also have something else too. I took this out. I pulled out and primed a Destiny Ghost real quick. So it's a little tacky still in some spots, but we'll work around it. So, hey, thank you so much for the donation. Polly with the $20. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. What I was planning on doing with this, and I had an idea that really played into the mindful painting aspect. In case you don't know, every week we host a stream, and that stream is for mindful painting on top of gaming. So what we do with that, we don't focus on perfection. We focus on grounding ourselves in the moment and in the activity of mindful painting, painting miniatures and things of like that nature. It's very rewarding. It's got so many benefits to it, from the expression of creativity, the grounding. It helps relieve anxiety because it does ground you into the moment. And it's very rewarding. And it's the sense of accomplishment is great when you finish a piece. Mindful painting 1. Okay, so, well, I guess we're mindful painting. So let me, okay, so. Miniatures and that. Okay. So we're going to set that up now. All right. So that one, miniature painting 1. Thank you very much for all of you that have voted. So here's my idea. And I want you to help me with this. This is our Destiny Ghost that we're going to paint. And the idea is I want you to help me paint it. Now, by saying that, as you can see for the incentives down below, every $5 you get to pick a color. So with that being said, right, I want this ghost to look like a stained glass window or a kaleidoscope if it's easier for you to picture. So in my mind, every panel has a different color all the way around it. And then we're going to go through and we're going to highlight all of the lines where they connect. I even have gold, so we can do it like gold, and it kind of goes with the Japanese art form with, repairing broken glasses and, cups and things like that. Something that's broken is not necessarily useless. It's needs a second life. And, just like our own mental health, we have our ups and downs and everything, and our cup gets a crack in it and we fix it and keep moving forward. So that's what I'm thinking. This is going to be a long, long endeavor, I think. But it all starts with you. So every $5 donation, Polly donated $20. If you would like, I'll eat a sour candy for you, and you can pick 2 colors if you'd like. You're absolutely right, Vamp. It's okay not to be okay. And also, in case you were wondering, I am drinking tea. Every time I do mindful painting, I'm drinking tea. This is my tea right here. Beautiful tea. Nice amber color. This is the tea right here. These are our friends over at D&T, Gideon and everybody over there. Fantastic. We're partnered with them. We have a promo code if you'd like to get some tea for the holiday season. It is very affordable. It is a giant bag. I have not even gone through one full bag yet, and I've been drinking it since every single week, several cups a week since May. It's a lot of tea, and it's about that full. This is my favorite one. This is their Underdark and Chill. They have a huge variety of different teas. This is more like their Earl Grey. As you can see, it's black tea, the bergamot, cornflower petals, lavender petals, and vanilla. And that vanilla and bergamot really is awesome. So shout out to Gideon and everybody over at D&T. Thank you so much for taking care of us. You would like right there. Yo, Holy Chewbacca with a $5 donation. What color would you like? We'll get some colors going on our palette here. Let me throw these guys back in the drawer. In case you didn't know, I have a lot of minis and stuff like that. One of these days, I'm going to pull out all the minis that we've painted in 2025 just to show how much we've done this and how much we've accomplished. Like this little guy right here. He came out pretty splendid, actually. It's a little blurry, but we have some good ones. We have some bad ones, but it's okay because they're all good. A pretty green. Well, that's going to get complicated. Okay, so we have a lot of greens. I like green. There's a lot of different greens. A darker green. Okay, so we'll get rid of you. Crypt green, not really what we're going for. So this is a nice one right here too. This is a nice dark green. I like this one. Goblin green's too bright. Green skin's too bright. This is a nice like tealish green. That's a nice one too. But I think we're gonna go with this guy because I like this one. These are camo greens. We don't really want that. So we got the bright green. We don't need that. We're going to go with this guy right here. This blighted green. It is a nice, it's got some blue tints in it. So we're going to put some green down. And one thing I will say too is once you start painting miniatures and things like that for self-care, one thing that I want people to get in the habit of is thinning down your paint a little bit. So this is a thinning agent right here. It actually helps it go a little bit further, so the pigment's not too strong. You're not overwhelming parts of the model, losing detail and things like that, and it makes it really, really fun and a lot easier to blend. So we can do layers. So I can thin it out even thinner, but you kind of want that kind of, see how it kind of like draws itself back a bit. We want this to be a little bit thicker, so we're going to leave it as is. So, so we got one color right now. Polly, would you like to pick two colors? So we're going to make a stained glass ghost on stream today. And I'm going to move my microphone a little bit. I moved it too far. It's okay. Technical difficulties are expected. Hold, please. Oh, that wasn't even on there. Look at that. Well, I'm kind of glad we did that then. Be able to fix it now. Hi. How you doing? Name's Joe. Just breaking shit over here. I'm the executive director, so I can swear. And that's not exactly that way. Is it righty tighty or lefty loosey when it's facing you? You probably know this. That's the opposite way. Oh, there we go. We caught it. Apparently, I didn't have it on that tight. So you get to see my microphone, which is fine. This is a microphone from our friends over at Beacon Mics. They were gracious enough to hook us up with microphones for our mental collab program. So thank you very much, everybody over there. All right, so we're going to get going. I think I'm going to use like a dry brush to get the panel going. So we're going to actually make this panel right here. And the great thing is, when you're utilizing painting like this, really get into the brush strokes. Right now we're just getting a base layer down. We're going to let it dry for a little bit. And then we're going to go over it again. And that's the thing too with painting. You want to do it in layers because it's easier to cover up thin layers than thick ones. Plus, you can also change the consistency and the color and things like that. And you can gradually layer up a piece and bring out different tones and different colors and things like that into it, which is really, really cool. And that's when you get into wet blends and things like that. So I am going to pick a color. I want something red. Like I think stained glass window. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to do this one. This is like a berry color. I don't get to use this one very often. We're going to do a berry. Ooh, that's too much berry, but it's okay. What the? Yeah, we're not doing the sound of silence. Yeah. Polly said red. Okay. So we're going to do red. Let me then put a little medium in there for that one. All right. We got some, this is a nice bright red. This is a nice one. This is going to stand out pretty good. I accidentally used a lot of green. So we're pretty much turning this paint from a base paint into a contrast paint. Polly said dark, deep red. All right, fine. Be that way. This one will be for another panel if nobody picks any. So let me mix these two, get these all going. And if I need to get a larger wet palette, that is no problem. I got plenty of them. A dark red. Okay, so we have this nice burnt red right here. This is a nice one. But we have another one. It's a speed paint. This one's a nice deep one too. This is called Flesh Terrors. Um, Yo, Legendary, thank you so much for the $10 donation. I'm guessing you want me to eat something sour. Yeah, this is going to be a nice red. Good pick. Good pick. Not for the candy? Oh, you want to pick some colors instead? You're more than welcome to do that instead, if you'd like. But for a purple, would you like to pick a second one with the $10 donation? And don't worry, by the end of stream, I'll have an extra surprise for everybody, okay? Don't you worry. All right, what kind of purple? You want a dark purple, a deep purple, thin? What do we want? What are we looking for? What kind of purple we want? We got lavender purples, a joker purple, bright, loud purple. Okay. This is no, that's too dark. A joker purple. Let me get a good eyeball. Okay, so it's a dark purple. Okay. You know, I can fill that need. This actually dries pretty dark, but there's this one right here. It is a midnight purple. Yeah, that's a joker purple right there. Good pick. Good pick so far. I'm loving this. Fantastic. Would you like to pick another one? Let the fates decide. We need like an orange or a yellow or something. Okay. Well, it's one thing you got to learn from me. I absolutely hate painting in yellow. It is one of the hardest colors to paint, actually, just because it requires so much layering for it. Um, like there are people that almost have science projects for painting in like painting in yellow, and I mean like in-depth processes. Um, One of them is doing a brown base, then over the brown. Seraphim Red, how are you doing? Beautiful. Welcome in. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. It's Sunday. Sunday afternoon. We're here just subbing in for Luminous. Unfortunately, he's stuck in a snowstorm right now. We are, and you know what? We're doing something fun with everybody. I pulled out a bunch of minis. So I pulled out a bunch of minis for people to pick from. And then I had this idea. We bought major stock in Ghosts to paint Ghosts next year. We have like a dozen of the large ones. And I actually had one for myself. So I took the one for myself and I figured, let's do something fun with it and make like a stained glass window of a ghost. So as people donate, they can pick any color they want, and that will it'll transfer to one of the panels on it. And then after, I'll go through and I'll highlight with gold foil or like maybe like a bronze for that copper foil in the layering for the stained glass or maybe metallic, and I'll go through and I'll link it all together. So that is what we're doing. So we're going to do an orange now. We got this orange. This is a lava orange, so it's got kind of like a transition kind of color in it. And Seraphin Red is going to be painting with us again next year. We have something fun planned for Mental Health Awareness Month, and we'll probably do it a little bit sooner. Um, and I have a whole painting kit that I'm going to send her up there uh, because, the ghost that we painted for the Halloween was so much fun. And she did such an amazing job with hers and those neon colors. And the goddamn freaking like studio photos of the thing. That cell phone takes ridiculous photos, just so you know. It came out amazing. Those neon colors and everything with the black light really popped in the cauldron. So it was so cool to see that all put together. And it just put a huge smile on my face. It took many tries. It put a huge smile on my face seeing the progress from that and just how rewarding it was. And you did such an amazing job. And if everybody doesn't know, Seraphim Red actually printed and sanded all of those mini ghosts. Here's mine right here. All the mini ghosts herself, and then sent them down, and then we sent them to everybody. So this is the one I did. Still really cute, really pretty, but hers was like next level. So we're going to be doing some more fun stuff with that. All right, so I'm going to go back over this green. I got a little bit on the next panel. See how as we layer it, it gets a little bit more thicker and everything? Yeah, I got a little messy. Don't judge. That's the good thing. Painting and everything is very rewarding. Very rewarding, and it's a great thing. There's no mistake you cannot fix with it. You just got to try. Let it dry. Or another rule of thumb that I do. Let me not put this water cup next to my tea and drink it again, because that was just horrific last time. Several times. One of the things that I like to do if I have a second clean brush right next to it. Yeah, I've drank a lot of paint water doing mindful painting nights to the point where I have to actually separate the cups. It was not good. But have a clean brush near you. So if you do a mistake like this right here, that little blip, you can wet the brush and wipe it off before it dries, and that'll help. We're going to have a dark color right here, so that's going to go over it real well, so it should be fine. So let's do this deep red up on this top panel right here. Polly did such an amazing block earlier that we took over from that I really want to highlight Polly right on the top. Yep. Cool. All right, we'll let that dry. And then we're going to move on to our... Tell you the truth, I think I might actually get rid of the dry brush. These are good brushes. These are brushes that I tested out the last mindful painting. These are the Gilded Goblin ones from TikTok and stuff. So I wanted to give them a try, and I did, and they're very nice. They are very nice. But we're going to, instead of trying to speed through it, we're going to take our time with it. And we're going to add this berry. I think I'm going to put mine down here. Yeah, but we have a whole painting kit that we're going to be sending Seraphim Red to get her some more acrylic paints and stuff. Our friends at Army Painter donated several sets for our team members and stuff for mindful painting, and they are also helping us with supplying some paints and stuff like that for the mindful painting kits. So I thought what a wonderful opportunity it would be to share that generosity from Army Painter and send some of our team members, and people who paint with us some materials. And even if she doesn't paint with us, I know she's going to use them. She is very artistic. Have you ever seen her Lego builds? Oh my god. All right. See, that's nice, but we need to add some color in between here. So, what do we want to put in this block right next to it? Do we want to do, let's do the orange over here. Kind of split up this color. Yeah, this is going to take some layers with this orange. I might not have, probably shouldn't have thinned this one out. It all has to do with the pigments. So I'll probably have to do several layers on this one. So we're just going to get this coverage. Bled over in the next block a little bit, but that's okay. Because we're going to go through and we're going to highlight different areas. So we're going to get this a little splotchy. We're going to go on a little bit thicker with it, and then we're going to let it dry, and then we're going to come back and we're going to keep building on each one of these. Some of these have deeper pigments than others, so some aren't going to need as much attention as others. But yellows and stuff like that, they are brutes, notorious brutes. Okay, so what's for this one? Let's put the purple right. You know what? Just by looking at it, it would be cool to have the transition between the dark purple or the dark red to the bright red. So let's put Polly's red that he picked right here. Yeah, I dig that. And we did thin down our paints, so they're not going to be as thick with the coverage and everything, but it's okay. That's what we want. We want to be able to get that coverage, and then we want it to be able to thin into each other. We want to get rid of those lines and everything. As you can see, when I pull it on the paint palette, it draws it back in. So as I pull it out, see how it just goes back? That's what we want. That's what we want when we thin our paints. All right, what's next? We have the purple still. We still have this deep purple. We'll do the deep purple over here to balance out the two sides. How about that? We'll do Legendary's purple over on this side. Did anybody do the new dungeon in Destiny 2? I did. I forced Rocket City Roller and Havoc to pull me through it. I really did try. Baby blue? I got a baby blue. We can do a baby blue. Yeah, I tried my best. They were just so like on the ball with the mechanics at the beginning. Like they're like doing the racetrack and stuff, and it's like I didn't even see that room. Like I didn't even see that area. So uh towards the end and everything, I was helping out a great deal more, but um yeah, that first encounter, all I was doing was just trying to kill the walkers. I like to think I did a good job at clearing ads. We want a baby blue. It'll cost you $5, Becca. No, I'm kidding. Baby blue. So we got this blue. Which blue? Probably that sky blue. That's more of a baby blue. Oh, son of a sailor on Sunday. So we started out by doing it on on challenge mode, boy, was that a mistake. That was rough. We did beat the first encounter on challenge mode though. We did get by it. We got by it pretty quick actually. Um, the enrage was not forgiving. Um, like you had like as soon as it enraged, it was done. You had like 2 seconds before it ended. So it was like, ooh, I was used to like enraging, like, hey, we're enraged. We have a couple more minutes, or like another minute or so on the clock. We can get on there and, try and get this clear. And unfortunately, as soon as that enraged title came up, you were done. So we ended up getting by that. We got to damage phase on the second boss, and we were doing pretty good. We probably could have got it on challenge mode, honestly. He was just such a bullet sponge. It would have took several rounds. Like it probably would have took us about 6 attempts to just get his life knocked down. Um, that we just went back, put it on normal, and went back in and ran around like gods. Like, this is so much easier. Why didn't we do this from the beginning? But kudos to everybody that got it on challenge mode, because you're a champ. That was a hell of a feat. Everybody that got it on challenge mode. Uh, okay, Evan Evans, you were awesome in the early 2000s. Just not the vibe I'm looking for. I did have a like, hey, something shiny moment in the dungeon. I don't know if you noticed, but when you were like traversing through an area, there was actually one of the like sweeper bots from Star Wars off to the side. Like you could run up to it. Like the little triangular robots that are like you always see like roaming around on like the ships in Star Wars. There was one there. I thought it was cool. Just layering this orange, just trying to bring it out a little bit more. We'll come back to it when it dries. We got lots of more panels. We got lots of panels. What other suggestions do we have? Oh, here, hold on a second. That was sweet Melissa. She is out shopping right now. So we got more panels. What do we want on these two spots right here? Oh yeah, please share the pictures. I love when people share pictures. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like looking at the screen, like waiting for you to share it in chat, but that is impossible. And I just spilled tea all over my chair. It's a good thing I got a towel over here in case anybody wanted to hit me in the face with a pie. It's got a double use. Dry my seat. Bam. Nailed it. Okay, what do we want on these two panels right here? We got lots of different colors, lots of different shades. We have even metallics and stuff. We got midnight blues. We got brighter purples. If you want a yellow, I can start working on a yellow right there. Um, Completely up to you. And just like anything, this is our base layer. Like, we're just basing this. Don't compare your work with something at the beginning like it should look like a finished product already. This is the start. It's very rough. We're getting our base colors down. But the great thing is we're going to layer. So we're going to layer. We're going to get nice deep colors like this green over here. And then we're going to go through later and we're going to go through every single line. Every line on this, and we're going to bolding it with probably with black. And then we're going to go back over it again with a metallic so we can seal in that stained glass effect. And then we'll go through and we'll put a gloss over everything so it's shiny like glass. Green on the bottom panel. Okay. Let's do that. Right there. Just a little blurb. We got pink too. We got pink. We got all sorts of shades. We got it all. We got it all. My hand's a little stiff right now. It doesn't react very well to the cold. I have a lot of metal in my hand, so it's a little difficult to hold the paintbrush sometimes. That's a bright green right there. How you doing, eh? Fantastic. And look at this. Just like that, all of us are making art together. All right, we'll let that dry. We got one more panel right there. What do we want to put on it? All right. Let's do the yellow. Let's do the yellow to my chagrin. All right, let me get. I'm going to use this dry brush again just because of the coverage. I'm going to try and slather it on kind of thick. This is a bright, like a very white pigment heavy yellow that we're going to lay a base of. And then we're going to go over it with like a burnt yellow, like kind of like a deeper. Thank you, everybody, for being here with us today. I appreciate you so much. There, we got our yellow. All right, it's coming together. Look at that. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is only one side. We have the whole ghost. So please, suggestions, ideas. What do we want? Oh, hold on. It's like I'm shopping with Melissa right now. All right, what's on this top panel? What are we going to put there? What do we want to put? Do we want a new color? Do we want to add something else? Do we want a pink? Do we want a brighter? Uh, you know what? This is a great opportunity. We're going to pull up a color wheel to see complementing colors. So a blue will actually complement the red, which we have that blue right there. So we're going to go off the side just a little bit from it. And we're going to pick another green or a yellowish green or a bluish green. That is very complementing. So I think a bluish green, like a teal. How does that sound? Does that sound cool? Or we actually have like a lighter vapor green, but I kind of want to use this teal. It's like a marine green. It's another thing too. Don't hesitate to use a color wheel. Every one of our mindful painting kits comes with a color wheel. They are so useful. Because if you're trying to paint something and you're not really sure what would look good or go with it, use a color wheel. Take a second, look at a color wheel, find your color, and then go directly across from it. And then you could even go a little bit to the skew, to the sides a little bit. Easy. Makes it so easy. And then you get into color theory and other things, which I am not able to talk about because it's a secret. I don't want to give away secrets. When you paint too, try and go in the same direction with your strokes. I am so glad I moved my teacup over there and refilled it because this water looks like mud. It's right on top of my dry brush board. Take a sip of tea. All right, let's go back over some of our other colors. So we have that red up on top. That is the bright red. We're going to do another layer on top of that. We're going to flip our guy upside down to do it, just so it's a little bit easier to hold. Painting stuff in my office today. Today is Sunday of all days. Today is December 14th all day. The day of the end of the year. Gala for us. Dingo just ran into the door. Yo! Sam, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I appreciate you. What color would you like? Please don't say plaid. Spaceballs 2 is coming out in 2027. We'll wait till then. There we go. Steady up my strokes a little bit. There we go. Nice coverage. Thank you very much, Vamp. What color would you like? And we are sitting at $40 in donations. Any pink? I have pink right here. It's actually magenta, but it's pink. Thank you so much. A light pink. Okay, a light pink. Okay, so now we're going to start blending some colors. All right, so let's get some of this because this magenta actually dries kind of dark. So we are going to mix some light pink. So we're going to put it right here. little dot right there because we're going to be adding some of this titanium white to it. I'm going to put it right. There we go. Just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. Nice. Look at that light pink right there. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. It is Self Care Sunday. Thank you for the reminder, Becca. So we're gonna put. I want this pink to be up high on the ghost. So we're going to put it right here. Excellent choice, Vamp. Excellent. I love this so much. Oh my goodness. This is such a fun activity to do with everybody. And thank you so much, everybody, for being a part of this and doing this ghost together. We're going to finish this throughout today. So I believe we have like an hour left. Yeah. We have an hour left. And after that, I will continue to work on this while the event goes on. Our gala continues. And I will have it picture ready by the end of the night, just so I can send everybody involved. I can post it on socials and show everybody in Bungie and everybody what we are able to accomplish together. Look at that. That is a beautiful pink and a beautiful light pink. Yes, the teal does come out nice. It is it's a marine teal. So it's a very, okay, which one do we need? All right, so we need more of the purple. That one's dry now, so we can do another layer of that. Nice. This is, I feel like I should be like chilling on a front porch or something like that, getting to know somebody with this soundtrack that we're playing. All right. We're going to find a different mix. Yeah, I'm cool with Mumford. You cool with Mumford? We're going to rock some Mumford. Mumford! If we wanted to be real challenging for this, somebody could donate $20 right now, and I'll put a Titan helmet on and paint with it on with for the rest of the stream. Next $10 donation, I'll put on a chicken mask for the next 10 minutes. No, I'm not kidding. It's like a full on Titan helmet, too. Like it is the Kabar helmet. I printed it and I painted it. And yeah, it's a full on mask, like helmet. That sucker is chunky. Definitely need to use a larger brush on these. But I do like this number. I think it's a number 2. Yeah. and we want to take our time with it, you know. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. Well, the great thing about the 3D printer, 3D printing and everything, it's less of a hobby and more of a tool for us for Guardians mental health, because the printers, we are able to print our own sensory items in house now. So we are able to print all of the needs for those kits and everything and all the sensory items inside, with the exception of one item. And we're able to explore more options than we had previously. Like, we were always at the mercy of, distributions, supply and demands, things of that nature. And also with the supply and demand, costs going up, which made it very difficult, especially during COVID, um, finding affordable options to keep the kits right around $10 a piece. So we've had to actually change the thickness of our paper, shrink the journals down a bit to be more pocket sized, um, and, shop around for different sensory items and test them. Um, it was, it's a very involved process doing the mental health kits. So, with that being said, it made it very difficult, and we always wanted to keep them affordable. So we were able to continue to do them everywhere, and the cost didn't go up. So, as you can see around everywhere and everything anymore, the costs have skyrocketed, from, goods at the grocery store to toys, going to the movies, entertainment, just anything. Everything and anything has gone up. McDonald's, forget it. So we did everything and do continue to do everything in our power and ability to make it so all of the kits stay around $10 each without sacrificing quality and quantity of resources. So all of the kits never lost one piece of resources inside it through all of the inflations and everything. And now, because of Poly giving us the confidence and everything, and the board voted on it and getting a 3D printer, uh, we are able to print all of the sensory items for the kits ourselves in house when we need them. And an example, the Wyverns, the baby Wyverns, for a little while we were getting them from an individual who printed, and it was costing us about, I think it was like $215 for 100 of them. So they were making like $2 per. Um, we are able to print, I believe, how many can we get off one roll? I think around 300 or 400. I think 300 is more accurate, with one roll of filament that costs $18. So because of that and the cost savings from printing our own sensory items in house for the kits, we were able to not only save money as a whole, but also add more resources into each of the kits, which has been so amazing. Being able to update the kits and add more resources, more materials, and just have it more balanced for everybody. So we did the exact opposite of what you see out there with shrinkflation and everything. We actually added more into the kits. And that's because of Polly and everyone's support. Yes, that is no joke right there, Becca. Yeah, a roll of filaments like 18 to $20. Polly can attest to this. You can get them on sale if you buy like four of them at a time, and we buy like four of them at a time, four or five. We did buy 10 rolls because we had 100 veteran kits go out. We had 200 of the tabletop kits go out. So we had a lot. We had 300 main kits go out. Actually, a really fun thing. Actually, I could show you what they are. get my earbuds again. So, right here is one of our main kits. But as you can see, it's a little bit different. All of these kits right here were assembled by our friends at Xbox. So every person that gets one of these main mental health kits, it was assembled and put together by friends at Xbox, developers and everybody else over there, over in Redmond, Washington, at their headquarters. We had the opportunity earlier this year, a couple months ago, in fact, to go out to Xbox for their launch party for the new handheld. And they did a volunteer opportunity, and we set up tables there and had our friends and, at Xbox come through, and they voluntarily helped us assemble mental health kits and got to sign the cards and everything. And we made a little reiteration of the bag to show that these came from them. And we're looking to do that with our friends over at Bungie with the Guardian kits in 2026, is go out there for a volunteer opportunity and just have Guardians help assemble mental health kits to send to other Guardians. And we feel that it's really, really impactful, and people can get really hands on with it. And, it shows that this is going to go to somebody who is in need of resources. So we brought all the materials out there with us. They assembled everything, and then we flew back with them, and we started fulfilling them already. So people are, certain people out there are going to be getting special Xbox kits, which is really cool. And they're the same kits as you would get all the way around, except it's signed by somebody at the studios. Can't write long without cramping either anymore. Hey, you know what? There ain't nothing wrong with that, because I I too am on an Xbox controller. I can't use a PlayStation controller for too long, like a PS4 controller. My hands will cramp up, like they're small. Having the size of the Xbox controller helps. Plus, I play on PC, and the controller, I have a doggle in the back and it hooks right up to it, so it's very comfortable on my hands. I'm old and inferior. I'm doing good, Red. How are you? Would you like to pick a color? We're painting a stained glass ghost, and we're getting our base colors down now. And we have several more panels to go on the back. And we need to fill those colors. And I will do everything in my power for everybody that donates and helps picking the colors and everything, with tagging you on all of the socials and everything, because you helped with this. You were present. You were with me. You picked the colors. This is just as much as yours as it is mine. And maybe we'll do a giveaway for it. Or I'll just leave it in the back of my office here. That way, every time stream goes on, you will see your ghost. Purple? We have one purple. Would you like a dark purple, a light purple, a light purple? Okay, we'll go with a light purple. All right, so we have, this is like a lavender kind of purple. So we'll do this one. I'm going to say, I love our friends over at Games Workshop, but I hate these pods. This is going to have nice coverage on it. Good. Very nice. Oh, well, too late now. It's already on. I ain't going back. Red. What kind of purple do you want? We have lots of different kinds of purples. My God. Red likes it? Okay. Well, still, we need more colors. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 panels left. So we need 12 different colors to pick from. It doesn't have to all be different colors, but I would like us to try and think of at least 10, and I'll duplicate a few. What do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, oh, never mind. Okay. I've ate my words. I don't want to do a white one. I think that would be a cop out. That blue had such nice coverage on it, though. Same thing with this green and that one. That one. We got to work on these two. Gray? Gray. What kind of gray? We have a bright warm gray. We have a dark neutral gray. We have a dark warm gray. And then we have gray gray. I think gray gray's over here. And then when I go over, I'm going to use this Death by chocolate. It's like a bullion type color. I think this would look really good as the line work. I got like a bluish gray. Second one. Do you remember what the second one was? We had the light one. We had the dark neutral gray. I think that was the second one. All right. I'm going to have to start watching my fingers and everything so I don't get fingerprints on this. This one does dry nice. It might look a little dark. I started printing out like caps. That way I could look at them. And there are these little caps right here that you would put on top of the bottles. Like this. You kind of glue them down on top. And that way you can see what the color will look like dry. I think it's a really neat idea. So I got a bunch of different ones. Kidding. No, please. What? Baby poop yellow green. I have it. So we would actually mix this drab brown with this I can't pronounce that, but this ice yellow, and you throw in a little bit of some wash in there, and we'll be in the dirty diaper village. No time. Okay, so we're gonna put the gray over here because I think that's gonna complement these lighter colors pretty well. Look at the coverage on that. This is why I love the paint company Pro Acrylic. I mean, the coverage that you get with these paints are phenomenal. They're a little bit more tricky to blend with, but as far as like straight color, like I think they're fantastic. They're one of my favorite paints to paint with. If you're layering, Army Painter's fantastic. Um, if you're doing one for one color matches and stuff, and you want the headache of learning how to like blend paints, like Citadel is fantastic because they have base paints, they have contrast, they have shades, and then they have washes already pre-done that already match everything. So it's really easy to just grab a pot and go for it. If you like to do like transition stuff and you like metallics, Turbo Dork is premium in the space. Yo! Thank you so much for the $5 donation. Vamp, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What would you like? Nope. I want like alternative. Play something for me. There we go. Tough choice. You know what? It is a tough choice, but you know what? There's not going to be a wrong choice because this is going to look so cool when it's done. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's look at our color wheel again. So we have like a darker green up here, and then we have this orange here. If we go across from it, it's like a purple. A purple or a blue will complement these. And then on this side, we have purple and yellow. And if we go in between, it's a green or an orange or a red. So we're going to kind of color match a little bit. We're going to kind of use that color wheel to kind of pick where these colors are going to go and everything. So, Vamp, you let me know what color you would like, and we will get on that. We have every color, and if I don't have the color, I can mix it. Um, yeah, pretty much. You'll let me pick it? Oh, gosh. Let Becca pick it. Becca, you're on deck. Pick a color. Anything but black. So we do need, yeah, anything but black. Magenta. So we're going back to the magenta. Okay. No problem. All right, let's pick where our magenta is going to go. So we got pink there, pink there. Let's do. So with these side ones, let me get your point of view, everybody. Do we want 4 different colors here? Or do we want one color, one color? What do you think? Do we do 4 on the sides to kind of add that like small broken glass pieces for like a real stained glass? 4? Got it. So this is going to complement that light purple on the other side. So we're going to lay this down first. Probably should have mixed this a little bit better, but it's fine. The great thing about this, miniature painting and painting in this way also is it's a great way to practice breathing exercises. If you have a not very steady hand, or if you are trying to do something really detailed and you're not sure, like you have a shaky hand for it, practice breathing techniques. Um, One that I use all the time when I'm painting is called the 478 breathing technique. No worries, Polly. Appreciate you. Do we only have one orange one? Yeah, we only have one orange one down right now, but we can definitely do another one. So the 478 breathing technique is you inhale for 4 seconds through your nose, you hold it for 7 seconds, and then you exhale for 8. If you can exhale through your nose, through your mouth, I think the mouth is a little bit easier, and calms the nerves a little bit better in my eyes. Um, so when you're utilizing that while painting, you inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 7, and that'll steady your hand where you can get into that real tight spot, and then exhale for 8, and that'll help keep your hand still. All right, so we're going to do a different orange. We're going to do this one from our friends over at Huge Miniatures. Brinton is the owner. Him and his mother are an absolute joy to work with and to hang out with. We went out to dinner with them down in Philly. We went for smash burgers. His mother said she was in the mood for smash burgers, so we went for smash burgers. We unfortunately made them walk like a mile to go get it, but still, it was delicious. So it's gonna be a very bright, vibrant orange. And with this orange, we're just going to get our base layer down. We're not going to focus on it too much. This one I did not thin down because the pigment's very thin on it. So, and it's funny too because Brinton at Huge Miniatures was talking. We were talking about the how paint gets their colors and everything, how they make them and everything. There is material that you get to make a certain color. I can't remember what it was, or what color it was, but it was $2,000 an ounce. But it's like the most premium material you can get for that color. So we have orange. Let's do a green. We want that dark green to come back. Yeah, let's use that. We have a lot of it on the palette, so we're going to bring that over here too. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go and do the seal, the stained glass like black lines or like metallic all the way around all of the lines. And then this line in the center line of the ghost, we're going to do in like gold or like a bronze. I think that would look really cool. It is. We have about 30 minutes left in our block. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in and joining us and deciding what we were going to do for this block. I was not prepared to actually. Ooh, Vamp's got an idea. Vamp, what are you thinking? What do you got there? Oh, the gold. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think that's. Oh yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go along all the edges, all the way around this sucker, and it's gonna be like that copper, like black, like foil. Well, it's not black. It's actually like kind of like a dark, like steel color, but we're gonna go black all the way around all of these panels to tie them all together and like separate them and everything. And then this line right here, we're gonna do gold all the way around the ghost to bring it in. And then I got to figure out something to do with the actual eye. Maybe I'll just do a regular eye, like a ghost one. Just make it like a black metallic, and then over here I'll do the black metallic, and then the eye itself I'll do. Or we can make it copper, like that gold. Continue the gold and do the whole part, and then bring it back out. GMH teal for the eye. Yeah, I could definitely do that. Yeah. I'll sketch the eye on um, a little bit later. I'll do the eye and then it'll be the teal, unless you think it should be the entire thing. You could paint the GMH logo. That's You think I'm that good? I don't know if I could accomplish that very well. Uh, I mean, it is pretty basic, logo. I mean, if I could just take that and just put it right there, I would. I could try it. I'll try. I'll try. All right. So what do we want on this side over here? Oh, I got a ping over on the side. Okay. Oh, it's such a wonderful picture, Arctic. Such a cute. Try a bit of paper first. Yep, I will. I'll definitely do that. And there you go. All right, so we got this green, we got this orange. Do a red GMH sticker. Yeah, we could definitely probably do a sticker, but I want it to be very kind of hand drawn. I feel like I would feel like I cheated everybody if I put a sticker on it. But there's nothing saying you can't take an X-Acto knife and cut out the sticker's outline and everything, slap that down, and then hit it with paint real quick, just like a transfer or a stencil. Probably do a stencil. Need another color for right there. I think I'm gonna want to do. I want to do a darker blue, like a blue blue. Yeah, I'm pretty good with an X-Acto. I can cut it out pretty easily. Pigment's a little. I haven't used this one in a while. Let's do a blue blue on one of these panels too. Yeah, that would be the hard part right there for sure. For shizzle. Do do do. So while we're here for a little bit, let's talk about our newest program that we just released. So our newest program we just released earlier this week is called Mental Collab. Mental Collab is something that was uh, put together by hearing and seeing a need for communities and creators who want to incorporate more mental health awareness and wellness in general. Oh, I got some green on there, into their content, into their streams, into their communities, and better prepare their mods and themselves for difficult situations and conversations if they may arise, which is more common these days. So there are a few programs out there available that we have found, that I have found, that all come with a financial cost. They all cost something. We wanted to put something together that filled that need that did not cost anybody anything. So we started talking to some creators and canvassing and looking up some important topics that our board and everybody thought were really important and excellent resources to have to start off with. And we started working on it probably beginning of summer, if not a little before. We started diving into it. It's taken a while to put together. And we wanted to give somebody the full package. So inside the Mental Collab program, you will find access to a full graphics package put together by Dizzy Designs. He worked right with us on that and has helped us so much. You will get on stream already easily integrated wellness and mental health pop-ups and alerts that go off on a timer every 10 and 15 minutes that help bring more mental health and wellness tips and things like that into your live content. You will also find badges and things like that so you can show people and be proud to be a part of the Mental Collab program. And then you will also find tools, various different tools. One is straight up resources for communities. If you're just starting a community, if you're making guidelines and this and that, we have lists, already created graphics and, the text version that you can just copy paste and put right into your community as guidelines or support and, safe spaces. And then we also have our live. Oh, sorry, something shiny. Our our video library. I want to say live streaming library. It's not a live streaming library. That would be way too much. No, it's our video learning modules. Our video learning modules essentially allow you to explore the learning hub in the Mental Collab program in a series of short, practical video modules designed for content creators and streamers. So you could be a content creator on something else. You don't necessarily stream, but you create content and you want to incorporate, more knowledge and education and things like that about mental health and topics surrounding mental health and well-being. This is for you. So each lesson is right around like anywhere from 5 to 9 minutes long, and it gives you real world advice on supporting mental health online, with setting boundaries, managing your own burnout, building positive communities, and also other topics on anxiety, burnout, depression, psychobabble, which is a great one as well too, because a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people go into Dr. Google, get terms and things like that to make it sound like they know what they're talking about, and they're using it in the wrong way, and this is considered psychobabble. Once you finish those modules, you will get a badge. Oh, it's a real thing. But there's also topics as well as like how to support a struggling viewer while maintaining your role. Um, They're self-guided. They're wonderful. We even worked with our friends over at Able Gamers, Zach, who is the head of their accessibility programming. He is one of the counselors over there. He did 3 videos, and some of them are on blind and low vision players and community members, and then also awareness connections to mental health with accessibility in gaming as well. They do wonderful things over there. We have a great relationship with them, and we wanted to build on that and invite them to take part in this with us. And then we also have other tools like our RTS bot, which is used by almost 500,000 people worldwide daily. And then our stream care programming, which is also called our live streaming support program. So the stream care program gives you everything. It fills the gap from everything that the Mental Collab does not touch on, with structures and everything else, and even examples of what to say and what not to say to people, is available right in there, 100% free for people. And then also toolkits. Not only we not only want to create something for the content creators and streamers and people online and community leaders, they're mods as well. Mods are the first step for everything. They're the ones that deal with toxic people in chats situations. They are usually the first ones, if you have mods, first ones to interact in these situations. We wanted them to be better prepared as well too. So the tools talk on, language, approved language tips for difficult conversations, a quick reference crisis contact sheet that is international. Because we know not everybody is in the United States or anything. There are people around the world online. I know it's a shocker. We have resources for all the way around the world, all international resources for quick reference. Also, quick references for being on Twitch as well too. Mod on Twitch, it helps with. It makes it more confident to respond with more more care, clarity, and direction. So a mod's role really is to de-escalate, support and connect viewers to safe resources, and we want them to feel confident in that. And then the stream care programming, and all that is 100% free. It's available now. We've had over 500 people finish the course already, which is a fantastic feat. And we are going to be doing an update. This is not just a one and done program. This program is going to be ever evolving, like all the programs at Guardians Mental Health. So every quarter, we will be adding more tools, more resources, and more video learning modules into it. So it's going to be constantly evolving. And one of the things that we're looking at doing is creating a content creation tab with helpful suggestions. There are a lot of people. See, there's one of the pop-ups right there. It's okay to take breaks. That's fantastic. All of those are 100%. Even the animations are 100% free and available in the Mental Collab graphics. You can use them any way you would like. Just cannot alter them. Our first update is going to be incorporating veteran and active military member video learning modules, 2 other topics as well, and then the content creation tab. We know a lot of people sometimes struggle with setting up. It's not easy streaming. A lot of people think it's just you press a button and you're good. No. It's way more involved, and it can be a lot more difficult. And it would be great to have a great resource with people that can walk you through the exact things that you're dealing with. Audio can be very tricky. Troubleshooting OBS and things like that can be tricky. There are so many different streaming platforms. How to navigate each one of those. And then other topics as well too. We want to invite our actual ambassadors to take part in these videos too, and help with being mentors for small and upcoming and even other any streamers, with creating a whole video series just for content creation. So if you have a tip or something like that that you think is really helpful, that you think would be helpful for other people, let's record it. Let's get back to painting. We got about 15 minutes left. I want to get at least the majority of the panels filled on this. Where's my brush? Oh, my brush is in my hat. Never mind. Thank you very much, Chris. Appreciate you. Now, so that program just released. It's been a huge impact so far, and we invite everybody to take part in it, enjoy it, get the most out of it, and use it as you will. And we will be opening the ambassador program here in a bit, I believe. Start of the year, we'll be reopening the ambassador program. But because we released the mental collab program, we wanted to do something for the ambassadors too at Guardians Mental Health, because our ambassadors mean the absolute world to us, and we don't want to feel like we're paying putting more tools and things like that out for the public over them, and giving the same opportunities to everybody. It is very similar, but we want to be able to restructure the ambassador program to be a step above and something to aspire to. And all of our ambassadors are leaders in the community, and we want to be able to set up something that can accommodate people's time. We know time is a valuable resource, and we know not everybody has the same amount of time as everyone all together. So we are devising a new plan to launch here shortly. If I can get everybody onto a meeting at the beginning of the year for a new ambassador program that will allow us to welcome more individuals and more people in the community. And I mean, if you slip me $20 under the door, I mean that'll just expedite it. Or if you got Cheese Whiz, yes, Cheese Whiz. I did say Cheese Whiz. Actually, if you got Twizzlers, man, you could buy me off for anything. What? You take me out for tacos, I'll give you the keys to the castle. 15 minutes left in our block. Thank you, everybody, so much for being a part of this, helping me paint this amazing stained glass ghost. And we are going to be working on this for the rest of the evening as well, too. We're going to get all these colors nice and sharp. We're getting all the base layers down. We're going to be going back over them and everything. And then once we get that sealed, we are going to go through and we are going to put a high gloss medium over them to make it all glossy and make it look like glass. And then yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Becca, why are you yelling at me, man? Don't yell at me. Fragile, sensitive. Taking bribes. Joe, you can't accept Cheese Whiz. Why? You got something against Cheese Whiz? I mean, thank you very much, Red. We're making progress. We're gonna get all the base down and everything. We're gonna go back over, put a second or probably third coat on all the panels, get it all nice and pretty and everything, and then we're gonna go through and we're going to do line work all the way around every piece to bring that whole stained glass vibe to it. And then the crease here, we're going to do a gold like bronze strip all the way around. And then we'll do a standard eye on the inside. And I just painted my microphone. Sugar nuts. That's all right. Like I wasn't going to get paint on it at some point. I like how you wrote taken as in like Destiny taken and not taking. I see your autocorrect is aggressive. Need another color right here. I really don't want to do another yellow, but we're gonna. We're gonna. Uh, Phoenix Flames or Moonbeam? We're gonna do Moonbeam. You know, who do we got next? What's our next block? What we got coming up in 10 minutes? Is it Raven? Oh, there it is. We do 6 to 8. We have Raven, Arctic Raven, beautiful little baby boy. He's been such a champ with sharing pictures with all of us. Absolute cutest little button, and I can't wait to see what Raven has in store for us. And so much so that I have not done his panel yet because I have been doing this with all of you wonderful people. I don't know if Arctic Raven's going to yell at me for this picture that I just did of him. He's like, uh, yeah, I think it's perfect. I'm going to, yeah, save. Done. Yep, we're going to overwrite. Perfect. And then after Raven, 6 to 8, we have Seraphim Red, the wonderful Seraphim Red. And then wrapping the entire weekend up, we have Melanie. And it has been a wonderful weekend so far. This has been so much fun. Thank you, everybody, so much for taking part in this, being here with us. I know everybody's got busy schedules and stuff. And yeah, don't worry. I thought the same thing too. I hit 1 o'clock and I'm like, oh bugger, I should probably go shower too. Yep. And we are so close to our goal. So close. Um, do I have a calculator? I don't like the new update for Windows. I think it sucks. Just being honest. We are $449.08 away from our goal for our end of the year gala. That is awesome. And we have what? 3 blocks left? 4 blocks. So that's $112 per block. And we are wrapping up. We are getting close to the end for our block. This is the progress we made on our ghost. This is going to be our stained glass ghost, and I'm going to continue to work on it, throughout the day and night. I'll pick a few colors for these other spots right here. We'll get those all wrapped up, and then I'll go through and double check all the panels to make sure everybody's nice and well blended and everything. We have no streaking, and then I'll do all the line work and stuff. And the cool thing is I have this to play with. Where are they? Right here. So these are really cool, and I can't wait to try them. So these are speed paint markers. So essentially, they come with a felt tip on the inside, right here. It comes with extra tips, and it's got speed paint inside that match the speed paint bottles and everything. So you just push this in, and it loads it, and it's got that fine tip, so I can sit there and draw the lines. So I think that's really, really cool. And I believe, yeah, there's a black and then there's a gray one. And then they have a polished silver. So I can use the black and the silver and just draw the lines on instead of using the brush. So I'm real excited to use these. They gave them to me to try, and I'm real excited to. I haven't used them yet, but I know Casey Rue used them on the Ghost the one time with us, and they were really, really cool. So I'm real excited for those. So what I'm going to do right at this moment, we're going to take a little break. I have to get dinner rolling. I have parental things I have to do. But you all have been absolutely fantastic this entire block. And I don't want you going away empty-handed. Not at all. I want you to leave with something. And if you don't know me, my name is Joe. I'm the executive director of Guardians Mental Health. I'm not as blind as I think. I'm making noises now. And what we're going to do to celebrate this wonderful block and working with all of you wonderful people, we raised $50 for our block. And if you read the bottom, a $50 donation would get you a pie. So before we leave, we're going to take a pie. Because I love you all. And I wanted to eat. I wanted to eat some whipped cream. This is a great snack, by the way. Like, 15 calories? Pfft, come on. So, where's my stuff? Okay. I do, Arctic. You know me too well. So, do you want me to hit myself with a pie? Or would you like me to call one of the girls in to hit me with a pie? It is your choice right now. Because we're ending this shenanigans with a pie. I mean, we've been doing fantastic with the ghost, and I can't wait to share it on socials how it turns out. And it gives me something to play with. One of the girls got it. Sadie! Come here! She knows what that means. She's like, okay. I can't believe she heard me through that freaking thing. Almost there. All right. Sadie Gray.
What?
I need your help.
The pie?
It's a pie.
Knew it.
Our block is ending. Arctic, are you ready to go? Because we got 3 minutes. So I want you to be able to hit me with a pie. This is Sadie right here. This is Sadie Gray.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Yep. She is here to hit me with a pie. That's a nice shirt she has on.
Thank you.
If you all didn't notice, she's wearing one of the Guardian shirts. Hi, small child, Vamp says. She's a doll. She also holds down my office most of the time.
Yeah.
Is that enough whipped cream, or should we do more?
More.
Of course, more. Can't not do. And I just washed my beard too.
Oh, that's fake. May I?
Oh, you want to do it?
Yeah.
All right. So you put it down and you just bend the tip. Oh my God. You got to tip it. Keep tipping.
Oh.
Ugh!
Oh.
You know what? This one's empty. Throw it away. We don't want it.
In here?
Yep, in that garbage can. All right, here's our pie. We have 2 minutes left. 1 minute. 1 minute left.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it good.
Make it good,
3,
Sadie.
2, 1.
Okay.
Too good. Stuck to you. Too good.
Thank you, everybody, so much for all of the support and being here. I love you all. Thank you for all of your support, helping us make a difference for everyone throughout the community. Thank you very much. And we just hit 2,700 followers on Twitch here. I love it. Thank you so much. Arctic, Mr. Raven, are you ready? I wipe my face, but not my beard. That shows how deep it gets in there. He better be. Thank you, baking. Oh, God. It's so cold, too. It's not like it's a warm thing. Okay. We cannot do it. I cannot be on a charity stream, and not have a pie. And mind you, we had this conversation earlier this morning. I love pie. I'm a pie guy. All right, everybody.
Should we call you the pie guy?
No, don't call me the pie guy.
Because
Actually,
you like pie, and you said you were the
that's
pie
not a
guy.
terrible idea. Here's to hoping. All right, everybody, have a wonderful evening. Be well. Stick around for Arctic Raven. You're not going to regret it. I cannot wait for all of the